is like the ultimate boss. Possums have been around everywhere. It is snowing, which is pretty exciting this morning. This is incredible. Look at that view behind me. Hey guys, what's going on? Alan Stewart here, and over the next few days I'll be hiking the Walls of Jerusalem circuit. So just been hiking in for about over half an hour now, and I can see that the track isn't too bad. It's quite well defined. There's a few hills, a few steep parts, but not too many. So I'd say that my base weight is probably about 14 kilograms, and then I've got food and water on top of that, which might be about 4 kilograms, so about 18 kilograms, including this one here, which houses all my cameras and electronic stuff. My aim is to get to Dixon's Creek, and I think I can achieve that within one day. And then from there, it's going to do a few day hikes up the mountains and back. Just going to enjoy the nature. Well, that's pretty cool. There's one of those old huts behind me. Let's go and have a quick look inside, shall we? Trapper's Hut is the name of this hut, Trapper's Hut. Alright, moving along on the track. So I've just finished the first phase of the walk, which is a steep incline from the car park all the way up to a junction. So I now have an option of going to Lake Adelaide or to the Walls of Jerusalem. So I'm going to be doing this walk in a clockwise direction. It's a circuit, so I'm going to be going to the Walls. I've sort of climbed up to maybe the first summit. I mean, it's not that high, but I'm in the cloud now, so I think it might be time to don the rain jacket, and while I'm at it, probably have a quick snack. That feels a bit better, a bit warmer now. I just boiled these this morning. Look at that. Bit of Kewpie mayo. Look at that egg. I think I did a good job. Let me know in the comments below if you also like Kewpie mayonnaise. Okay, let's continue guys. Let's go. I think I've been walking for over 2 hours now. I'm sort of on the plateau, and I just got my first glimpse of the wall just over there. Just walking around here is really nice, but it is getting very cold. You can see that I put on my gloves and my rain jacket, but I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I'm dry, I'm warm enough. It's only when I stop I start to get a bit cold. I don't know what the temperature is now, but it might be around 6, I'm just guessing. And yeah, I've met a few people on the way, and walking back to the car park, they look a bit miserable because it's been raining the last few days and they couldn't really see much in terms of the view. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like pretty light, pretty quick as well. I'm not necessarily trying to be quick, but I would like to get to the Dixons Campground just before the sun sets, which I think is quite achievable. Okay, so it looks like I made it to Dixon's Campground. I'm pretty eager to set up my tarp and get some food into me. Pretty beautiful hike, this hike. Stunning scenery. I don't think it's that hard of a hike, like in terms of hills and stuff, there's not many hills. I think it's pretty easy, but I guess we'll see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna hit the sack now. It's gonna be a pretty cold night. It's predicted to snow overnight. To keep me warm, I've got my Velair To Go Systems bivvy. It's a thermal bivvy, a bit like the Sol bivvy, and then I've got a Cedar Summit rated to -4. So I'm expecting to be very warm. So anyway, wish me luck. Hopefully my tarp doesn't blow away. Well, good morning everyone. So I slept pretty well. I did have to put my jumper on because my sleeping bag wasn't that warm, even with the bivvy over the top. Good news about the bivvy is that there's no condensation inside. It's pretty dry on the outside as well. It didn't snow, unfortunately. I was kind of looking forward to that. I did notice that there's a slight hole emerging in my tarp though. It's only very small. And today's plan is to walk to the top of Mount Jerusalem, which is just nearby. Solomon's Throne, and I think there's like a Solomon's Cave or something. I think I'm going to be finishing this hike pretty quick. I don't think it requires 5 days. You can probably finish most of the walks in 3 days. One thing I didn't tell you guys is that last night, just before it got dark, I decided to change the configuration of my tarp. I think I made it a bit better because there's a lot more room inside here. Heaps of room in there, heaps of headroom. Got my trekking pole in the middle there, and then I got this other trekking pole just to prop this up a bit, because it's just going to give me a bit more headroom to go inside. Yesterday when I first set it up, the door was actually on this side, but then I was getting wind coming from down the mountain coming in there, so I didn't want that to happen. So I just switched the opening to this end. It's quite a big tarp in it. I'm just walking around my campsite here, just seeing what's around, and there are some massive trees here that have just fallen over. Like, that's one that's a long time ago. So if you ever camp at Dixon's Campground, just be careful not to camp under trees like this, which could potentially come down in a storm. They look pretty breakable to me, so that's why I've gone for this camping area. There's only small trees around, there's nothing huge nearby which is going to fall on me. But anyway, just going to go to the hut now and make some breakfast. So that's mine on the ground there. I think the possums have been in here trying to search for food. Possums are very aggressive here, I've heard. Like, they'll scratch to get inside your tent to get your food, so you really got to seal up your food really well. But I was cooking away from my campsite because, you know, food scraps get on the ground. I don't really want to attract wildlife near my camp. So I was cooking in here away from my camp, but I can tell that the possums have been in here already. Everything's been knocked over. Don't know how they get in though. You're not supposed to sleep in here. I think some people have, I'm sure, if the weather gets really bad. But it's more for just like a historic visitor sort of thing. So I am going to eat some breakfast. So I've just left Dixon's Campground. I've left my gear back there. I'm doing this side trip, the Mount Jerusalem side trip. I'm going to check it out. It might take me an hour or two. I'm not really sure how long. It's very cold, it's very wet. I've got all my rain gear on. I've got my rain jacket, my new rain pants, which I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform. And yeah, just got to try and keep warm, keep moving. I'll see you guys at the top. There's a wallaby over there. Don't know if you can see him, but he's in the bush. A lot of wallabies around here. Wombats, quolls, which are sort of like cats, but they look more like possums. Birds, of course. Anyway, see you guys at the top. summit seems to be the highest point here, but I can't see anything. I can't see anything as expected. The wind is very cold, so freezing cold. Guess I'll head down now and do the next one. So pristine, you don't even need to filter it. No chlorine taste. Yum. Just look at how clear the water is. Well, I'm just walking down the mountain now, and as you can see, the weather's starting to clear. Mission is to climb what's behind me, which is Solomon's Throne. So let's go and climb up these rocks. Bit of a difference from this morning, as you can see. You can see stuff this time. So yeah, I was just up there on Solomon's Throne. Bit windy, hey. But I'm loving this. It's awesome. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. It's good. Bit of reprieve from the wind. I shall enjoy some nuts. This moss is like the ultimate moss. Actually, I'm not really sure if it's moss or not. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is. It's really interesting. It looks like moss, but I think it's some sort of grass. I'm not sure if it grows on rocks or just on the ground, but it's interesting. Never seen it before. This sunset, guys, this is just magic. Great way to finish off the day. Well, as you can probably see, it is snowing, which is pretty exciting this morning. So yeah, I just woke up, I just got out of my tent. I could see it was already snowing outside, but it's picked up a little bit, and there is some snow on the ground, I'm pleased to say, including on my tarp tent. See down here. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it's still pretty exciting, like especially in Australia. We don't get much snow down here, only if you go into the high country like we are now. And this is summer, so it's a big surprise for us to get snow during summer. Anyway, I'm gonna make some breakfast, and I'm going to head to the next campground today. It's only going to be a short hike, but I'm just going to take my time today as usual. Might leave around lunchtime or something, we'll see. So just walked in here, same thing as yesterday morning. Possums have been around everywhere. This is why I don't cook near my campsite, because I know this is going to happen. I mean, better to happen here than at my campsite. Yeah. Wow, check out this snow. Pretty spectacular to me. Or as we say here, speckers. I decided to walk up Mount Jerusalem again because the cloud has cleared. Although it is very cold. It's colder than what it was from yesterday. I forgot to bring my Osmo action, so forgiveness if the quality isn't as good as what it could be, but I have my phone camera with me, my trusty phone camera, so you can see the views behind me, pretty spectacular. Okay, so sadly it is now time to pack up camp and go to the next destination. Well, it's not really that sad actually. I'm looking forward to a new destination, but I'm pretty proud of my handiwork here, and it's a shame to pull it down, but I'll construct it again. Okay. So this is the first time I'm going to be wearing gaiters for hiking. So I don't need to use them today. It's not going to be muddy. In fact, it's a beautiful day. Just trying to keep warm really, but I'm just going to wear these to test these out and see what the rave is all about. Cool, that one. So you can see here that we are at Dixon's Kingdom Hut. I'm going to be walking down the Jaffa Vale, so that's going to be on my left hand side, through the forest, through some scrub, which is probably why I need my gaiters. Going to have a brief stop at Lake Bowl Hut, and then continue on to this campground here near Lake Adelaide. So just leaving Dixon's Kingdom now. It's sad to leave because since the sun just came out, it's been really nice. But you know what they say, it's good to leave an area in a better condition than how you found it. And I can definitely say I did that. I came in when it was a lot of wind and rain, and now look at it, it's beautiful. Really, really nice. Today has been a really great day since the sun came out. It's 5 o'clock, so hoping to get to Lake Adelaide before the sun sets. And by the way guys, yeah, I'm testing out my gaiters for the first time. It's not muddy yet. We shall see how they perform. Oh shit. So that's what they're talking about, mud. So I guess the gaiters did come in handy after all. Just one thing I thought I'd mention guys, if you're ever walking down here, there are some holes that you may not see, so just be extra careful. Good to keep an eye out for them, and just be aware that today is a beautiful sunny day and I can see everything around me, but if you're walking in the wind and the rain, you may not see these holes around and you could accidentally step into them, and that would be not good at all. You could end up with a torn ACL or something worse. So I'll just give you an example of what I'm talking about here. You could easily step into that, and that's like a foot deep. It's even deeper over there. You just got to be extra careful here, and I've got to be extra careful with myself that I don't fall into one of these holes. So I don't normally walk around like this, but the track is kind of just choose a track and make it up as you go. Otherwise I would normally just stick to a track I can see. You can see it's quite hard to walk around here. There's no clearly defined track. You just got to make it up where you go. But try not to trample on the vegetation too much. Hopefully I'm on the right track. Got a forest now. I just hope I'm not lost. Don't really know which way I'm supposed to go. See, there's a track there, there's a track there, there's a track there. I think as long as I go downhill, I'm good. Well, I found a walking track, which will soon disappear. Oh, and I didn't mention that the grass is quite cushy to walk on. You could sleep on here, it's like a bed everywhere you walk. You just got to look out for those sinkholes. Okay, just made it to the Lake Bowl hut. Let's see what's inside. Looks like a bunk bed up there. Someone left their shirt. Anyway, I won't be camping here tonight, even though there's a campground around. I'll be continuing to Lake Adelaide. So yeah, the track is getting a bit more defined now, so I don't know, just want to show you. Look at this, look at this. This is incredible. Look at that view behind me. So you can see the track goes all the way there. You can see what it's like. But if you compare that to what's over there, that looks like it's wilderness, and this is what people have done. This is what could happen if everyone just goes walking everywhere. So probably stick to the track if there's one already there. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, got a good one there. Listen, have to do that, but I don't want to trample too much on these things, because these look incredible. Jeez, look at that. Shit, got a bit stuck. Oh. I'm pretty happy I got gaiters now. It's not even raining today. Look at this mud. 1, 2. So it looks like I've made it to the Lake Adelaide campsite. Doesn't look like there's anyone here. Lake Adelaide, boys and girls. So I'm just walking around trying to find a nice campsite. Found a few potential spots. Sun is going down. I could set up in dark, that's fine, but it is better to have daylight to do it. Alright, so this is looking like a good camp spot here. The lake is over there. It's sheltered. It is on the track, but I can just camp over here. There's enough room for everyone, and it's just me anyway, so I'll probably be up early in the morning and leaving. I've set up my tarp. I haven't got my bedding inside yet, so before I do that, before I dirty everything, I'm just gonna wash off the mud on my gaiters. May as well get some more at the same time. You know, I should go for a swim. It is cold, but it feels good. I feel really refreshed. Really refreshed. Okay, time to set up bed and cook some dinner. Oh man, I feel pretty bad stepping on all this vegetation. Hope it regenerates. Guys, I can't feel my fingers, it's hard to do stuff. Oh, it was a struggle just to get the stove set up. Tonight, I'll be having a pasta dish. This is my last night tonight, guys. So just eating a bit of food. I've still got plenty of food actually. I could keep going. I am cold, guys. I'm shivering, but I'm trying to get warm. Alright guys, it is time to eat. So I've just put in all my pasta. Tonight's going to be a big meal. Alright, so today was a really good day. Really beautiful. Had really good weather. Still got fantastic weather tonight. There's not a cloud in the sky. I didn't have to put up my tarp, but I put it up anyway because there's always that risk in case it does rain. But it doesn't look likely at the moment, but the clouds can just roll in at any second. The moon's up, the stars are coming out, it's beautiful, and I'm gonna sit here, eat my dinner, I'll try to keep warm and enjoy the scenery. So, I'll wake you up in the morning. If something interesting happens during the night, I'll let you know. Good morning everyone. Yeah, it's a very cold morning this morning. I've just noticed all the frost on my hiking pole there. Look at this. Ooh. See? And you can see a thin layer of ice. It's very cold this morning. I want to stay in my sleeping bag, but I've got to get ready and get to the car park. It's probably going to be about a 4 to 5 hour hiking trip out there. So I better get ready. Guys, these are hand warmers. This brand, I don't know the brand, but I'll put the name on the screen right now. But these kept me warm for a very long time. So yeah, they're really good. Not really much of a porridge, it's more like a soup. I've got some peanut butter in there. Peanut butter and porridge is the bomb. So yes, it was a very cold night. All the snow just came off my tarp. Alright, that is Lake Adelaide. So that tent set up behind me, that's the rangers doing some track work. They've been here for, I don't know, a few weeks. That's what they said. So they're flying by helicopter to deliver all the stuff. Pretty amazing. So this is the new track work, probably installed yesterday, or very recently at least. Yeah, you can see here they're still building it. Gets us off the vegetation, which is good, but it's not as challenging anymore. It's not as fun anymore. Got to get up there. I don't like trampling on the vegetation, so that's why we need track work, so we don't destroy all this, because more people are coming down here, and if everyone comes down to trample on all the vegetation, you're going to have none left. So just having a quick break at the moment. I've just brushed my teeth and I took my rain pants off and just put my shorts on because it was getting a little bit hot. And just drying out my bivvy here. I turned it inside out. Just a 15-minute break. This shouldn't take long to dry anyway. So I shall keep moving on soon. trying to pick up the pace so I can get to my car park on time. You think this is the surface that you step through? It's not. It's a trick. This is when gaiters become very useful. Alright, I've made it. I have closed the loop. I've smashed it for time. I think it's about 10 o'clock now, left at 8. I thought it was going to take about 4 hours to get here, but it's taken 2. And that's including a few stops along the way. One 15-minute break, and then maybe just 2 other 2-minute stops. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video on the walls of Jerusalem. It's been a fantastic hike. If you're into hiking videos and hiking tips, hiking gear, things like that, that's kind of what I do. So if you're into that, consider subscribing. Give this video a like if you liked it, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video.